Okay, I just wanted to make a quick video. I was watching something QNFE did. I'm subscribed to him. It's about this helicopter drone that they say is buzzing around on Mars. Now, let me show you first how these idiots act. You know, they're all watching their own little separate monitors with a dozen simulations going on, and they think it's real. I mean, because their paycheck is real, they think what they're watching on the screen is real. They have no reason to doubt. Why would someone pay me to watch a simulation? It must be real. And here's how they celebrate. When the helicopter lands, or the rover. They're all idiots. Now, let me get to the good part. All right. Now, as I said, this is on QNFE's channel. I think I pronounced that right. Now, per Wikipedia, Mars dust is very fine. Mars is covered with vast expanses of sand and dust. Now, in the background here, you can see their little rover, or forgive me, not the rover. The rover brought this thing there. This helicopter drone with two blades, helicopter blades, and they probably move about 150 rotations a minute, probably 200, up to 200. Now, watch how no dust or this fine sand is displaced when it takes off. And mind you, forgive me, that if you weighed 100 pounds on the Earth and you went to Mars, you'd only weigh 38 pounds because, allegedly, gravity is less active on Mars. So all that debris and sand and dust should be a lot lighter. But let's take a look. It's ridiculous. This thing takes off and not even one particle of anything is moved. Now, he does a great video on this and other factors that he busts them on. NASA is routinely busted. Now, here's a drone with a lot more gravity acting on it. And look at all the debris and particles flying around. Now, mind you, there's more gravity affecting that drone and the dust and debris on Earth, of which they tell us. I don't believe in gravity, but I'm telling you what they say. Again, if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you'd weigh less on Mars because they say gravity is not as active. It's there, but not as active as the Earth. You'd weigh like 36 pounds on Mars, as opposed to being 100 pounds on the Earth. And even with all that more gravity on the Earth, this drone still displaces. See that? Side-by-side comparison. Real drone on the right, fake drone on the left. It's just disgusting. And here, yes, Earth gravity 9.7 meters a second squared, and on Mars is, well, you've seen it, 3.7 meters a second squared. This thing doesn't displace any dust or particles. And you just read that per Wikipedia, Mars is covered in fine dust and sand. And you can see it. There's debris and little rocks all over the place. The problem here is I can answer you in a truthful manner why there is no flying or displaced debris. The reason why is because they know that their audience is so dumbed down that they don't have to attend or put fine attention on every detail because everyone's so damn dumbed down. I would want to say they forgot, which could be the reason. They just forgot to put it in the animation because this ain't real. Okay, this thing is not on Mars. Okay, this is a fake computer-generated image animation. Okay, now, what else can I say? I've shown people much material on them being busted using harnesses, grabbing the cables. falling down where gravity is, it subtly is activated and then not activated. They drop something and it falls straight down. They're on the ISS. I mean, there's guys that have been busted with the cables on, with a guy in the background floating in the background while the augmented virtual reality in the forefront is failing. This is disgusting. This is literally disgusting. You see this here? A real drone on the if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh only 38 pounds on Mars. So that means all the dust and particles on Mars has a far lesser amount of gravity pulling it back down. Okay, so it's more than twice as light than it would be on the Earth. Okay, yet that drone you just seen doesn't displace anything. The real one on the right does, the fake one on the left does not. This occurs because people have been programmed since kindergarten to instantaneously believe everything they're told by people they were taught to trust. You know, this is a vicious cycle because people will ask me, so is every teacher and scientist in on this conspiracy? And I say, no, idiot. They are only passing down what they were taught by teachers they trusted. And those teachers were taught material they trusted them. It's just a cycle of trust. You're handing down material that you're instantaneously believing. No one's in on anything, okay? You know, it's like a rumor at school that a jerk-ass boy says about a girl that's not true. By the end of the day, everybody knows it and thinks that girl is easy. I got a cold, okay? Now, my teachers taught me a whole lot of malarkey, and they learned it from teachers who believed it. They learned it from teachers that they trusted, and so on and so forth. My teacher wasn't standing up there knowingly telling me BS. She just believed it in an instantaneous manner. That's the way she learned it. And the people who taught her that trusted their teachers, and the teachers they trusted believed what they were saying was true. Okay, they don't know that it's just so much malarkey out there, like my sister's trying to tell me that you can have thrust in a vacuum with no air. No, you can't. She has not reviewed the experiments of within vacuums. Okay, you can get. I'm gonna find the video where it shows a guy trying to light all types of material that have oxygen in them. And this high-powered laser through the glass of the chamber will not ignite anything. The best you get is smoke. And a matter of fact, it's in one of my videos. I have it. I'm just going to direct her to that because I'm done here. This is all bullshit. You can't land on a light. Mars is a light. Try zooming in on it. Compare what you see to what these liars at NASA show you. It's 180-degree opposite. We are being lied to by scumbags. And all those people you've seen jumping around, let's see. I don't believe they know that this shit is fake because what they're doing, what these fools are doing, when you see all their computer monitors, they are watching simulations of things they think are happening in real time. Do you know how easy it is to simulate someone's heartbeat or their vitals? And it's just a simulation. They think they're monitoring an astronaut's vitals. It's a simulation. Okay? And all these computers here are running trajectory simulations, landing scenario situations, and these people have no idea that it's just a simulation. I highly doubt they are aware of it because they are being paid an income. And in their minds, some of them think they have high IQs, but I doubt it. They cannot realize that the income, NASA gets 19 billion a year. Do you know how many millions a day that is? Okay, and you can add up all these people's incomes, and it doesn't even come close to 10% of 19 billion. So NASA can afford to pay these clowns to jump up and down and be happy when a simulation on the big screen shows this fake rover landing on Mars. Okay, we are shown artist renderings of Mars, Venus, Saturn. When you look at these objects in the sky under high zoom, 80x, even with my 25x binoculars by Bushnell, I can see that these objects are not solid. They are transparent and semi-transparent bodies of multicolored light that when you zoom in on them, you can see currents of some type of energy in action. Okay, they're just lights. These people are lying. I feel, it's just, I don't know what to say. People are just so dumbed down. It's painful because people like my sister will go to Wikipedia, and whatever Wikipedia says, they will instantaneously believe it. Like she told me that on Sunday, a solar vortex, solar wind, solar flares were going to hit the earth from the sun. Today's Sunday, and I don't see nobody's power out because they say a solar flare hitting the earth from the sun would be like an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse that would knock out all electrical device. I see nothing like that. Does she even realize that the sun we are shown by NASA is CGI animation of what appears to be a big-ass ball on fire? When you get a solar filter and zoom in or look at the sun, it's not doing all that funky stuff that NASA shows us. It just looks like a solid object, or not solid, but a stable, very unactive body of light. It doesn't have all the flares and flames jumping off it. What NASA shows us is verifiable CGI animation and artist renderings. It is not what we see in real time, in reality. It's the direct opposite. People are dumbed down, and some people enjoy it, others embrace it, and I have come across more than one professional idiot. I don't know, whatever, let them believe what they want. Pray that there is no God, because if there is a God, you're in trouble. And I believe there is a God because there's a chain of command in reality. Forgive me. The chain of command says that those objects on the table must be made by a superior being or they cannot exist. And I am trillions of times more superior than anything on that table. Okay, but these inanimate objects could never evolve or exist unless a superior being made them. And I am that superior being. Yet I'm being told that nothing from nowhere made me. There's a chain of command that is being broken. The chain of command with logic. Okay, everything there comes from the earth. That clock was made from a living life form, which is a tree. A tree requires light and nutrients, and it grows. And it will never produce a clock over any amount of time. Not even just the wood case. Okay, that thing has to be made by a superior being who has the ability of thought to then form a plan, process, and execution to make it. Otherwise, it cannot exist. It requires a superior being. And humanity are those superior beings. And logic, true demonstrable logic, says we were made. We were made by a superior being. We did not come from nowhere and made by nothing. It's ridiculous. And how people don't realize this, that's something that is actually beyond me. Okay, we can argue about who God is. That's a logical argument, but there's a verse in the Bible in Psalms that says the fool saith in his heart there is no God. And that to me is one of the truest logical verses I've ever read, because you'd have to be a fool to believe there is no God or a superior being that put the nature, physics, and mechanics of the reality we exist within to put that all together. It can't come from nowhere. The laws of thermodynamics, which are proven, you cannot get order from chaos. Chaos, the only thing order can produce is chaos. You cannot get order from chaos. Okay, things break down. Okay, they don't all form together to make stuff. Okay, they fall apart. And it's just ridiculous. People embrace being dumbed down. NASA and SpaceX are mocking us. Not me, but you. And that's reality.